right? And in that aspect, it can be contextualized, right? So some persons will be like, this is my mentor, this is my mentor, this is my mentor. There are some persons that we are calling mentor that do not even know that we are their mentee, right? So mentorship comes with some sort of relationship, right? Even though your mentor is distant from you, there has to be that relationship with your mentor. And you really cannot have that close relationship with a mentor if you are not vulnerable and you are not honest, right? So when it comes to mentorship, Mr. Shalom is my mentor when it comes to finance, when it comes to personal development, right? I have a mentor and a spiritual father, my pastor, Pastor Ben Michael, right? So mentorship, like I said, can be contextualized. And you should learn how to vocalize your ignorance to your mentors. And I think that is one thing that we fail to get as young ones, especially the Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas, right? We fail to get these things. We feel like we know it, even though we have subscribed to a mentor, right? So we come to the mentor as one who has, I was once a victim of this, so I believe there are people who probably would have this same mindset that I once had. You'd come to the mentor with an already settled conviction in your heart as to what you want to do, and you are coming to tell the mentor, this is what I want to do. You are not coming to seek advice. You are coming to seek validation of that which you want to do, right? But instead, that vulnerability and honesty should come to the fact that your mentor should be able to change some of your decisions. Really, really. If you are to subscribe to a mentor, it means you are subscribing to accountability. And when it comes to accountability, it means your accountability that's the mentor in and of itself can restructure your schedule. So I once had that stiffened mind that this is what I'm going as, this is what I'm going with to my mentor, so he should buy to what I'm saying. No, right? So it is contextualized. Vulnerability first, and then honesty. So please, it is very important as young ones who are growing up, who wants to be leaders, who wants to be influentials, who wants to offer value to their society, to have a mentor, right? Subscribe to information, and I will advise you, do not subscribe to multiple influences. Do you get what I'm saying? All right. So thank you so much. I hope that helped a lot.
Okay, thank you so much. So I think we would have his question now. I don't know if you can come a little closer.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Obiono Desafred, and I want to appreciate the chief panelists and the panelists. You guys have spoken well. I really enjoy your discussion. My question is for two of the panelists. Um, the question you ask that the world is changing. How do you remain relevant? I think that I want the person that the question was asked, or any other person that would met panelists, to throw more light on that. Because yes, it is true the world is changing in technology, in communication, in finance, in everything. How do one remain relevant in such a changing world? So that's the second one also. Why for the second one? Somebody was giving an example talking about value. And with the example he gave, my question is, from your example, does it mean education does not give value? Because
Right. Um, you see, when how do I say this now? To stay relevant, you need to understand that there was a time, right, that what people considered value was, machines and all of these things. But right now, there are a lot of artificial intelligence softwares and all of those things, which are what is flooding, the should I say the internet now or the world at large. What would make you relevant? First, wherever you are now is what you've become. So there's nothing like, oh, this is who I am. Well, this is who you've become. To become the person that you need to become, or that, the world is evolving for you to become, you need to learn to become that person. So the first thing is never stop learning. As simple as that sound, never stop learning. Then, we are in the AI era now. You can't scroll like 5 videos without seeing one AI video, right? But what is going to keep you relevant? Now, what I'm saying is contextual, right? Because in every strata, there is the people at the top and there is the people at the bottom. Your decisions choose where you belong, right? So I'm talking of at the top, what keeps people relevant is their ability to adapt quickly to the changing world. In Nigeria now, we're shouting AI, 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 and all of those things. Let's say in places like America, they are not at the level where we are operating. They have passed that level. They're probably operating at agentic AI, how to create their own LLM, while we are still inputting our images. Oh, help me design flyer and those basic stuff, right? So at the higher level is intelligence, and intelligence is a very dicey word to use. But what I mean by intelligence is the human. See, you can't, and this is not a discussion of AI will replace humans and all of those things. The question you should be asking is, AI will replace humans. Yes, I agree with you, but the question would not be who created those AI. What intelligence does it require to create such AI that can replace a whole space? I don't know if you get it. So, as much as they are convincing you to think that AI, this is not a discussion of AI, this is like the question you ask, like ever-changing relevance and all of those things. But in this context now, I'm using AI. AI will take over the world, take over jobs and all of those things. Correct, good and fine. But the question is, who is creating those AI? Humans. Except that there's something I don't know, but I think it's humans, right? Creating those AIs. So how can you function at the level that those people creating the, AIs and all of these things that we are using, the tools, technologies that we are using, how can you function at that level? It is that how do I put this? You can't desire beyond the level of your exposure. Some of you are designing Lamborghini, planes, and private jet and all those things. Good and fine. But the fact that you can desire that means that there is something higher than that other people at that level of strata are also desiring. Just the same way a boy in the village that has never seen an airplane, never heard of an airplane, cannot even desire to want to board an airplane. So, there is something called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It is the belief that people at a particular level think they know what it takes to function at the higher level. So you see people like Sam Altman or Elon Musk, and you say like, oh, hard work and all of these things. That is what they made you think. That is not what it is. It is until you can get to their level and function at their level that you'll be able to find out what it takes to actually function at their level. Let's bring it down to this place. I want to go into politics, but I'm trying to be careful. But let's talk about our president, our current president, right? Okay, I'll round up. Our current president. A lot of us, do you know what it takes for someone to declare to the whole world that I am the next person on the line, and then becomes that person on the line? A lot of us assume that we know what it takes or what he did. Oh, he did, one of these things Nigerians do and all this. It might not be that. So there is the illusion of knowledge. The fact that you think that you know, but you did not actually know because you've never been exposed to that level of knowledge. So to remain relevant, it is to be able to discern actual knowledge, which is relevant knowledge, with illusion of knowledge. You think we know about AI and all of these things and technology. If I ask someone here now what is technology, they probably don't know. Then I think I would say this. Please, let's go back to our dictionary. The process of reinvention, as I would call it, it is the process of going back to the basics. A lot of us have left the basic things that we need to learn for us to eventually grasp the things at a higher level and think we know things at the higher level. If I ask someone here what is tech, they probably don't know. They think tech is coding and all of this. That's not tech. Right? So, back to the question, how do you stay relevant? Number one, never stop learning. And number two is still tied back to the number one. To keep or to remain relevant, it is to be able to live in the future. To be able to live in the future. Elon Musk is not living in the same world I am living, he's living in the future. How do you live in the future? Like we earlier stated, there is nothing new under the sun. So, to be able to predict the future, maybe not accurately, but to be able to predict the future is to be able to dig back into the past. How did Facebook come about? How did, all of these tech industries come about? How did money, how did it come about? Some of us don't know the history of money, and we want to make money. How did all of these things come about? If you're able to dig deep back into the future, you'll be able to see patterns. It's called pattern recognition. To see patterns that are actually going to give you maybe a framework for what is to come in the future. For instance, now, as a believer, we believe that the end time is near, correct? But to you as a believer who knows that the end time is near, what are those things that God said are going to happen? Some of them are already happening. There is war and all of these things. How can you take advantage of those things to get yourself into the future? Apostle Femi Lazarus said something in one of his sermons. It was like, there's going to be war, there's going to be this and all of these things. Some of you, what you have to do is go back to the village and go and buy land there. That is using the past to predict the future, because whether or not you like it, it's going to happen. It's going to get to a time where in the city, it is so congested that people would have to start going back to the village. And it's already happening. That is living in the future, and that is how you can stay relevant. But above all, learn one thing. It's called leverage. Leverage. How can you leverage things? And, I'm going to end here, but let me just touch on the mentorship part. You cannot choose a mentor. You mentioned something, different influences and all of that. Correct. Two truths can coexist. Amen. You can have a finance mentor. You can have an academic mentor. You can have, but I think the more context is speaking on is the spiritual covering, fatherhood part of it. That is like absolute. They can, reschedule you, they can do all of these things and all of that. But mentor in its purest form, mentorship or mentor as it is in its purest form can be in different areas of your life. I don't think, I might be wrong, but I don't think like your spiritual mentor can effectively put you through as someone in the finance space. Let's say someone working in CBN or something would put you through in finance. Same with business. So you can have all of this area of mentorship, but at the same time, you cannot choose a mentor. If I mention that, tell me someone that you like to mentor you. Some of us will mention people like Eric Gugwa and all of these people that we see and all of that. But you cannot choose a mentor. If we are to choose a mentor, then one mentor will probably have a billion mentees. But your mentor chooses you, not the other way around. If you ask people that are considered the mentee of Mr. Shalom, they were not looking for Mr. Shalom. Mr. Shalom found them. Right? So at whatever level that you are, of course, seek coaching. At best, what you can seek is coaching. Oh, I like what you do. Can you coach me on this particular thing? But of course, English, we have to phrase it as, can you mentor me and all of these things, which is good. But mentorship at its form or at the higher level is like saying, oh, this guy is doing this particular thing, I can put you through. So the idea I have of mentorship is that at whatever level that you are able to function at your best. So if you are not yet doing your best, that, as we call it in the Christian faith, shining your light, that people can say, oh, this guy is already on this path, I can help you make this path shorter, and say, okay, let me guide you. Oh, what are you working on? This and this and all of those things, right? But the basic idea is like, your mentor chooses you, not the other way around. That's what I believe. I don't know like if it's correct, but yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's clap for our panelists. So I would want to appreciate you for your answers and for your insights and your value. I'm sure we're all blessed. So thank you so much. I want to clap for you as you. Thank you so much. Let's clap for them as they leave. Let's clap for them as they leave, guys. Let's give energy. Thank you. Okay, so for the next session, we're going to be doing an acquaintance session where you would have to know 7 names of people that you did not know before. So this is more like a networking, I get to know you, you get to know me session. So the aim is for you to meet new people and for you to get acquainted with people you don't know. So are we excited about that? Are you ready to meet new people? Are you sure you're ready to meet new people? So while that is going on, a Bitly link will be shared on the screen, and then I would want us to access that link so we can join the WhatsApp group chat. Is that okay? Do we understand? Do we understand? So for 10 minutes, you are going to stand up, you are going to meet people, you are going to know 7 names of people, and after the session, I might call one of you to tell me the 7 names of the persons you met. Is that okay? Is that okay? So let's start that. Thank you. Remember, a link could be projected on the screen. So that's the live link as well, so you can share it.